Rudd has been described as the guy next door, a funny, charming A-list actor who was once named People's Sexiest Man Alive, just like your neighbor.
Just like your neighbor.
Just like your neighbor.
He's a Marvel superhero, and he's back, and he's putting on the suit once again in the new movie. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Ant-Man.
We've been trying to see it desperately.
Yeah.
I've only just gotten it down myself.
But it's like under lock and key. Like there is.
Why did they? What happens with the whole Marvel universe where everything is so kept
secretive?
Tight.
It's really hard. I mean, you have to interview me. You can't. You haven't seen. They won't let you see the movie.
No.
You don't know what to ask me. I have to talk about it, but I can't say anything. That's why I would say let's talk about the Fablemans. It's so much easier. We've seen that. We can talk about that. Any other movies you've seen recently you liked?
You know what?
What shows are you watching?
Oh, what are we watching? She likes Partner Track on Netflix.
What is it?
It's called Partner Track.
No, they canceled it.
They
Okay,
canceled
it's
it.
enough.
Did
Wait,
you
enough
see
for me.
Bad
Wait.
Sisters?
Yes, I saw the beginning, but I saw a few episodes, but then I got to catch up. Wait, Partner Crack?
It probably would have been
Track.
renewed.
It's a rom-com.
Yeah.
Rom-com. Track. On the track to be partner.
No, I thought he's a partner. Yeah. I thought he's a partner crack.
Wait, but we can actually talk about crack because you own a candy store.
Well, that's a very different thing.
That's true. A candy store, and I have a little bit of my children like to frequent your candy store.
Really?
And you have introduced them single-handedly to the candy toilet.
A classic.
No, it is.
What is it?
It's sugar with a plunger that is also made of sugar, where they clean the toilet and then lick the sugar.
It's like a disgusting fun dip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and it causes 12 hours of pure hype.
It's we've nothing but classic candy in our store. Samuel's Sweet Shop in Rhinebeck. I can't believe you've been.
I've been there.
Oh, how cool. So wait a minute. So I guess there are two of you. There's the guy who owns the sweet shop, and then there's the actor guy.
No, there's that was a picture of my wife and I. We are co-owners with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan on Walking Dead, and his wife Hillary Burton, and then another guy named Andy Ostroy. We're all friends. We all kind of live close to each other. We all kind of went in on this candy store, which sadly the original owner of the store, passed away. And we thought, this is such a great place. I mean, where else are you going to get, candy toilets?
Yeah,
you got to keep that for the town and for your kids.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah,
so I think it's so funny because people do see you as a celeb, but yet there you are doing your regular old stuff and your regular old store. Would you be content with that kind of life, running a candy store and just, raising kids?
I think it would be great.
Yeah?
I think, that would be really, really fun. Although I don't think that, I have a real sweet tooth. Like, I really, I can't eat, candy a lot.
Yeah.
Not when you're fighting with ants.
Well,
and so, but every time I go in, it's just, it's, in a way, it's kind of torturous.
Yeah,
but
that
it's also
fudge too. That is deadly.
Well, there's a thing that we also have there called clod hoppers, which is like a chocolate peanut butter pretzel mix.
Ooh.
We make it. It's all the stuff there is kind of all our chocolate and pastries, all locally made, like by pastry artists. By the way, pastry artists.
It's a thing.
And they're, I'm defenseless.
Yeah, it's delicious. Okay, but you're also a dad of teens.
Yeah.
Do they think Ant-Man is cool? Like, are they like, you're a superhero,
Dad.
No.
Ant-Man?
Right. I don't think so. I think that I'm just, the dad, and so anytime I feel like, look, I'm wearing a super.
Marvel.
They'll just say, well, you're not Captain America. Bring it back, dude. You're not Black Panther.
By the way, I'm looking at you, and all I can think of are the Kansas City Chiefs. I was watching the game. We were excited. We saw shots of you.
Yeah.
I mean, this was like, how would you compare that feeling of winning the Super Bowl and being a fan to some other big moment in your life?
Oh, it exceeds everything. It's just such an incredible feeling when you're a fan. And I've been a fan since I was a kid, and this is new territory for Chiefs fans. Yeah. So to be able to yeah, experience that. And also my son is really into it. And so like just to be able to, with our whole family, it's such a great thing. It's such a great thing for a town. I was in Kansas City. I was when the Royals won in 1985, they won the World Series. They canceled school for the parade. The whole city was in a great mood. And I think as a kid, I even registered just how wonderful this is. It's the only thing that can kind of bring everyone together, and it's so joyous. You know, the Super Bowl was really thrilling, but it was also, you know, simultaneously I feel bad for Eagles fans because they're such a good team, and it's, you know, it's a bummer that there always has to be a loser, but that's kind of the nature of it. Yeah.
You're on the cover of People magazine, and you talk about the relationship you had with your dad. It's really poignant and beautiful. What do you feel like? What did you learn from him that you use in your own parenting?
Oh gosh, well, I mean, I learned so much from him. You know, my dad, I had a close relationship with him. So I remember one time he told me, you know, we were having just kind of a deep conversation, which didn't really happen all that often. We tended to joke around more than anything else, but and we had no sports connection because once the Dodgers left Brooklyn, he's like, I'm done with this. And but he once said, you know, I always think treat people as you would want to be treated yourself, and everything else will kind of hopefully take care of itself if you just kind of operate that way. And so I've always thought about that, and I think that really registered with me. But I listened to, you know, he was a curmudgeon, and he would, you know, he was a big letter writer. He was really kind of engaged in the world and what was happening, and he had real opinions, and and he was hilarious, and I miss him.
We love that you talk about him all the time. It always shows you love somebody.
It is, yeah. I mean, like, you know, that's the other thing too. Once you start talking, I mean, it's just you can't shut up in a way. But cool. You know, people know when you lose a parent, the world is off its axis and it never rights itself. But you know, you just kind of adapt or perish, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
All right, we have much more with Paul Rudd and a sneak peek. We're finally going to get to see it.
Really?
I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to see a sneak peek of his new movie right after this.
Look, momentum, right? Jump, tap, right? One move, jump, tap.
I know how to do it, Dad.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Really? Because it didn't look like it from my end.
I messed up on the timing.
Jump! Ah. Like that. You see what I did? You see what I did?
No, you're like this small.
I jumped and tapped.
All right, we are back with...
Hold on. You
go ahead.
The things with the blue faces. What did you just?
What are
I
them?
thought they could have been the ants.
Well, that was you just said. Wait, are those the ants?
And you said they were
I said no. They're the quantum knots.
Okay, there's a whole Marvel language
that we don't understand,
which we were never
Nobody
taught
told
in
us,
school.
Paul.
Okay, and there's like an order.
Yeah.
The 5 phases.
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Yeah.
God, I wish I could. I'm still trying to catch on what that is. You know, there's this movie, Quantumania, is rolling out the beginning of Phase 5 for Marvel, which means this chunk of movies that's about to come out, we're introducing a character called Kang the Conqueror, which in Marvel history is a huge villain.
Okay.
Oh.
And so he's going to play a big part in what's about to come, and this is the first film that kind of launches this whole next.
So this is first of many films for you in the Marvel universe? Is that what we're talking about?
I have no idea. At this point, I don't know. They don't tell me anything either. So this is our third Ant-Man movie.
Okay.
But it's much bigger. Like this thing is, well, it's starting Phase 5.
We don't know what that means.
I know.
By the way, Quantumania. Do you have a definition for
What
that?
is that?
What is Quantumania?
Quantumania is just all the stuff that's happening, and the crazy stuff happening in the quantum realm.
So are there ants in this film?
He's the Ant-Man.
Well, I know.
I can't
Is
give
he an
anything
ant?
away.
You
Yeah.
can't tell us. Are you an ant?
I'm not technically. No, I'm not an ant. Although I do feel one next to Thor. I feel like one next to Thor. I can't even get the joke out right. I feel an ant next to Thor. I feel like an ant next to Thor. No, I'm not an ant, but I play one on TV.
All right,
There we go.
Can we talk about some of your other incredible roles? Because we love this one.
Please.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
Can we?
We're going to stroll down memory lane, and we're going to show you a photo of an old movie or TV show, and you're going to tell us the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay, the first one. Clueless. Classic. It holds up, by the way. My girls just watched it.
Well, based on Jane Austen, right? I mean, the source material is pretty timeless. This was the second movie I ever did. It was the first one that came out. I have a real kind of soft spot for it. I loved working on it. Everything was just so overwhelming and new and cool. Here's an interesting fact. The cinematographer, the guy who shot Quantumania, also shot Clueless.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was the first time we got to work together. His name's Bill Pope. He also was the cinematographer on The Matrix. He's incredible.
We got to do this one, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Another classic.
Come on.
This was really fun because this was in Hawaii. We filmed in Hawaii. There was a real kind of loosey-goosey nature to it. I tend to, when I work with Jason Segel, which I've been lucky to do a few times, there's a lot of improvisation. So I just knew I was going to come down to Hawaii and play a surf instructor at a hotel resort, and then whatever we did, it was great.
Do less.
We keep thinking
That's
about
our favorite life. Do less. I love that.
Here's another classic, Romeo and Juliet.
Right. This was very exciting because I knew that they were making a movie about Romeo and Juliet, and I had studied Shakespeare. This is, I really considered myself a Shakespearean actor, as hard as it is to believe. The entire thing filmed in Mexico, and the whole experience was amazing.
It's actually one of my favorites.
You're so fun.
Yeah.
You really are.
Oh,
you're fun.
Thanks.
We love
you guys too.
And we love you as an aunt. Yeah. We really do. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania hits theaters today. People are going to be really excited. And the new issue of People is out now.
Sweet Life of Paul Rudd. All right.